Excellent. Welcome, you guys. Sorry that I always am saying sorry, but I do change the times of these lives for really good reason. And that is why you really, really must get alerted to know so your schedule doesn't get screwed up. Welcome, you guys. Welcome into WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Remember that. Everything I do and say here is for the missing children. It's showtime. Hi, Muffin Top is for the missing children. Welcome in. All right, Muffin Top, my amazing mod, you are here. Thank you very much. And I'm getting everyone's emails. I'm Bernie. Welcome back. You were in earlier today. Colleen, yes. I'm going to continue where I sort of left off in my introduction. And nothing but love. How are you? And Jean Warren. It just gave you a little recap of where this live is headed, and hopefully, hi Purple Sneakers. Hopefully that helped a bit. So Muffin Top, watch the chat room. Watch the chat room because the earlier live we got some funky things. So just put them in timeout, or just depending on the severity, just delete them or whatever you do. So, as everyone may know, or maybe you don't know, I have been following the Summer Moon Wells case since, hi D. Hicks, since June 16th, 2021. And Summer Moon Wells represents to me the children that go missing, the children that get your zapper's ready, the children that get sacrificed, taken, thrown into, I call underground, and they don't come back. They do not come back. Hi, Trouble. And I don't see these children as coming back. I see these horrific things that are happening, and the cases that many of these YouTube creators discuss are all the same. Now, when I bring up a YouTube channel like Ryan Finds Truth, it's never about the channel directly. It's showing information that I see. You don't necessarily have to see it. That helps me tell you the story of Summer Moon. Helps me tell you that these children, what I see, are peered off and they're sacrificed what they see for the higher good. And we're not here to judge people, and I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm here to just bring truth to the table so the children get a little bit of justice. I see the truth through photos. I hear the story through photos. And I'm able to grab, to the best of my ability, information that I call beneath the deepfake that shows quality images if you allow yourself to look within the photo. Deepfake has been around for centuries. I mean, it's nothing new, and I call the deepfake what has been placed over the story of Summer. And stuff like this that you see helps me tell you the story. And again, it's not about Ryan. I asked if he wanted to acknowledge what's in these videos, but that's okay because it's not about him. I'm not here to judge him because it's not about him. I have to just keep saying that loud and proud. But when I see pictures that, yeah, thumbs up on your way in, please, and subscribe if you have not. I've been around for a long time, you guys. So when I see photos beneath the deepfake, beneath, let's say, Ryan Finding Truth, or beneath Molly Golightly, or beneath, any of these people that I followed since June 16th, when they would go on panels together, and I'd look to see how this looks. And when I see things, I see layers that have been placed. I see faces that have deep fake, meaning that there's information behind them, and meaning to me there's information behind them. So when I first started watching all of these people, I knew one day I would get information behind him. And today is the day. I see somebody that looks extremely familiar and looks like Ryan. It's not him, as we know. But there are videos that help show the information. The people that are the predators, they do paint their faces. And they paint them white, and it helps with whatever films they're doing. And when I saw them at this particular location, it helps me tell you that Summer Moon and the children touch locations like this. They touch locations like this. It's all I could say. Like, it's the Ferris wheel. It's this. It's this. I could just say it's this. Like, it's, when I'm looking at this photo, I see clarity. I see something that holds so much information that I see it. I'm not the only one that has mentioned a horse. I'm not the only one that has mentioned, this. What I'm about to show you tonight is really important on a level of just listening. Learn, watch and listen as if you're just being entertained. Or watch and listen like you are being educated on how to help these children get justice. The next slide I'm going to show you, I know this man. Not that man. This man. So for the law enforcement, I am telling you, this is the same man that I have a picture of. I couldn't find it tonight. Sitting at the Appalachian Fairground behind the couple that's friends with Candace. It's the couple that is friends with these guys. This is from the Here. This is from the Here family reunions. The Hearers are Candace Bly's. Do you remember that muffin? He had a hat on. Candace Bly Wells. Candace Bly Wells's mom, we call Grandis. Her name's not Grandis, but we call her Grandis. Grandis was a hearer. But before she was a hearer, she was this Schanbacher hearer. Schanbacher is the family that I get all of these disgusting information from, all of these videos. But the hearers had family reunions. I followed this man, and the man that you see here wound up at the fairgrounds, and this man was sitting behind him, staring literally right into my soul, literally right into the camera, just like this. That is a major connection for me. It's a connection because it shows connection of people, right? There's a connection of people within the same family. Now, obviously, this is all, could be all bullshit, and this is all allegedly. But it's worth a shot to look into. It's worth looking into because you got nothing else to go by. You might as well do something different that you haven't done to get different results. Because if you don't, you're going to get no results. This is Ryan. When I look inside these photos, when I look in these photos, I see elements of Summer Moon. When I look in these photos and you go to the smallest of the smallest windows, you're going to see the same information that we have been looking at Summer Moon. This is a very, very, very powerful photo of a carousel. It's not just a carousel to me. I could sit here and tell you so much information that comes out at me. Like this. These children go through rituals. They go in cages. They get pulled on things that look like sleigh rides. Information inside these pictures tonight, you guys, is speaking very loud. The point being here that this guy is the guy, and then when you look right next to him, just right next to him, these children appear. Show you. They're light. I want you to really, really look at what's going on next to him. This is the story, you guys. These kids get taken. They get placed underground. They get taken where you cannot see that they're taken. They are pulled. Underground. And wherever this place is beneath a place like a carousel. It's beneath a place that is very crowded with people. And this older man sticks out to me. You see this buggy? Do you see that room back there? If the authorities could just do something that they just have never done, they just might see the story that is being told beneath the deepfake. And I'm telling you that the guy on this carousel was with this guy at the Appalachian Fairground. This guy right here, who shows up and is right here at the Here's family reunion. This guy. Now, the guy that shows up beneath, let me back up a minute. The video that I got this information from was the one that was just played a couple days ago. And I watched it and I said, this is information that has never been seen before. This is information on a video that has never been shown before as Summer Moon Wells' video. So what they were trying to do is they were taking her video and just going over it as if they've never gone over it before. I listened through my intuition, right, through my psychic voices, and I needed to listen to it and watch because I know what her videos looked like. I know every little corner of her videos because I studied them very hard, and I still do, for 3.5 years. And when I tell you that this background, I don't care how many times that you layer and layer, you're layering from her video. Summer Moon Wells' video never had that background behind her. was the very first thing I noticed. Then I started playing the video. And my heart stopped as soon as I saw this man. This is not Ryan. But I've seen his face. But you guys put a number 1 if you see and understand it. This person here is not the Ryan that we see in the video, meaning that it's a different face. It shows to me as a different person. This here there's the dog again, does not, thank you for those ones, is not Ryan from the video. So when I see something like this, I need to take notice, and I need to take notice fast, because this person has extremely different energy than the ones on the sides. Very different energy. It's not the same. They have photos in his video, this guy's video, that has never been shown on a video before. So when I'm looking at Summer Moon Wells' video and I see a total close-up of the milk jug, total close-up, something's wrong. Why, after 3+ years, are we rehashing stuff like this, but it's being rehashed and it's being played with? It's being manipulated. It's telling the story, and it's telling it so very loudly. Summer Moon Wells' milk jugs never looked like this. It's rehashing a story, and there's got to be a reason behind it. When I change the lighting of that milk jug, and whoever that man is, it shows that the milk jug is connected to the neck. It's a whole different story that is being layered, and this could be freaking ripped apart by the FBI really quickly if they choose to. I am not an expert in videos, but I could tell you what I see. I see someone that's not Ryan. I see someone that is rehashing a story of the truth. Of the truth, you guys. That's what I see. This isn't him. But why is it in the video? And why is this being discussed? And why is it all being layered differently from how we've ever seen it? The problem that I have, you guys, is we're seeing a completely different video that from 3.5 years ago. And what I'm asking my spirit guides is why? Why would this all of a sudden come up? Right, long gone. They could be trying to create confusion because there's so many people that don't know about Summer Moon Wells. So they could come up with a whole different storyboard to set a different truth? Summer Moon Wells to the left is sitting straight up. The hands, yes, it reminds me of John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy was my presentation that I had for tonight, and then this took over. Summer Moon Wells is sitting straight up. Yes, there is a face. Now understand that these things are layered, but they're layered in such a way that shows new information. So they might come out and be like, oh, okie dokie, we told you we were layering it. We told you that we were doing that. Okay, I get all that. But you could layer things with the truth, but you can't layer Summer Moon Wells and then all of a sudden have a different storyboard going on in her hands. Like, you can't layer her and then all of a sudden her hands are different and she has different things in her hands. I get the layering thing. But the layering here is being layered with different information. It's different, you guys. It has the boxes. It has different elements. It has her sitting in the car. But what you really need to notice is this, inside this car, behind her, they're telling us, I'm going to turn this so you can see it. What they're trying to tell us is that what's behind Summer looks like that. Well, I know that's not the back of the seat. I know that what's under there, that's not how it looked. So I'm showing you that this is how they show it in this video. They're showing the back seat of the car this way. It was never that way. It was never that way. So as we're looking at all the stuff layered, at the end of the day, I see the boxes in there. And Summer isn't in a car. It's different. Summer Moon Wells is being shown, you guys, in a different situation. We've never seen this situation before. Just change the coloring of these photos. And you'll see it on her neck, her hands, the number 5 box. Her head is against this person's face. This person looks all different ways. See? From here to there See the eyes? I see summer in this person's hands. And correct, it looks like a cave. And this child is not in a car, but has been layered to tell a different story in this video. It's the story of Summer Moon. I've been saying it all the time. It's the story. They go under the ground. They go in these tunnels. You cannot get to them. And you just change the coloring here, you guys. It's very... See? So no matter how you could want to layer, Summer's hand is over that thing. It's laying on that. These are trophies. These are elements I've been showing. These are elements. She's got the number 5 on her jacket. These are pieces of the equipment that I've been showing. This is a very intense photo. Correct. The difference between his eyes, and look behind him. Look here. Look behind him. Here. This is her car seat. This is supposed to be her car. The back of the car. This is supposed to be the red thing. You guys, this is a layer of truth that brings us closer to telling and helping tell the truth. Right, there's blue eyeshadow. Where he's sitting, it's like the car seat. You gotta look super close. As if her face is on his face. Here's the equipment. Head on a platter. The number 5 on her chest. Holding the rituals. Underground. Correct, Colleen. Correct. What I'm going to show you is the milk jug fits right over the head. So if you were to layer and layer and layer, and someone wants to layer Deepfake over the truth, he becomes the milk jug, the carton, the car seat, the containers. He becomes all of that. Right, the number 5 is one of the numbers I've been following. So the milk jug, and you're going to see, is what her head lays on. So Let me show you what I mean. Let me grab a milk jug. Okay. Okay. Let me blow this thing up here and show you where this milk jug comes in. So let's say it gets layered. This is for shits and giggles. That's the milk jug. See? You see that thing on her head? It's layering. So I'm just don't get why am I seeing this now? Why am I first seeing this now? Why is this being shown now? You want to look to see the things that are in her arms, the things that are behind her. It kind of looks as if they're sitting in a car seat, in a car, but that is called the fake car. It's a fake car. And this is an example. And once again, I'm not saying it's him. I'm telling you that this is giving me an amazing opportunity to show you information that I see beneath the deep fake. So the deep fake, what's the deep fake? It's the car with the milk jugs. That's the fake that's the fake information. That's the fake information. This here, what she's holding, let me show you, has always been what I've talked about. This is the equipment. Let me see if I could sharpen it. Okay, here I sharpened it a little. This has always been the equipment. She's holding that little white thing with like it's like a little white thing with the camera thing inside. Wait. Let me point it out. This has always been there, but it's this, like that bone thing that they hold. This is the equipment. It's like a bone. But this is what she's holding. And her head is on a platter of a number 5. Summer Moon Wells' fingers were shown completely different in this video, as well as her jacket, her arms, as if she has no arm and they just kind of stuck it on there. It didn't line up. I know in the original video that how the milk jugs were on her is not the way that we're seeing it now. But she is holding things in her hand. It's just, you guys, it's completely different from the original. It's just different. This isn't how her seat was. I don't care if they're layering something on top. If they're layering something on top, they're layering from the same video, and it shouldn't look like this. Because it's not the same video. The chiclets are gone. There's so much difference in the video that I just saw. For instance, this is all messed up. The box. So when they start to layer and just it could be this, it could be that, and that guy, I don't know who he was who started layering, he's making sense to me because he's showing the elements. The box all the way up to the left-hand side is what? That's supposed to be the box to the right on the other side too. Well, the box on the other side has all the number 5s down it. The other box isn't even attached to anything. It's just there. It's just there. This box is on. Do you understand that they have this box just balancing on what? There's supposed to be another box under there. Correct, D. Hicks, you're correct. This isn't the truth. The truth is what lays underneath this shit. She's not in a car. She's not on a milk jug. She's not on a box. This is a bunch of crock of shit. Look at the milk jug. It's not a milk jug. Totally. It's what I see it to be is this. This is this. This is this. Look at this picture, you guys. You cannot layer enough shit to show us something that we've never seen. This is the truth. This is the truth. We've never had boxes in a car. They've never been laid on top of each other. Because that's called the deep fake. You see this? You know how I have those pictures of Summer with the box behind her and I'm like, there's 3 people behind her? Well, yeah, there's someone behind her. Here she's laying on a table. She's being sacrificed, you guys. And for some strange reason, it had to be presented today. See? Look at the milk jugs now. They layered it, you guys, so the truth would be hidden. So when you turn this thing around, you have Summer up on top. right there. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells, you guys. And the video is speaking it. That is not the box, and that is not a picture that presented itself in the video. Sorry. It's just... we all know better. You know, we were here. We've been here since June 16th. This isn't it. The box had another box underneath it. Well, that's a number 5 box. These are metal boxes under here. They're metal boxes. And she's against... that's not the car. Whatever that material is back there, you guys, isn't the car. It's called the Deepfake. Her car didn't look like that. The video didn't look like this. Here. See the nice clean background? And then the box. And here we've got the milk jug on the person. But the milk jug's upside down. Oh, interesting. See, it's just not the same angle. Not the same angle. This is the story of Summer Moon, and the video really got to me. It really got to me because these children are not getting justice. Their story is being not talked about. And whatever they're showing here is very, very, very different from what we have ever seen before. Summer Moon Wells' fingers never looked like this. In this video, you guys, Summer Moon has a red fingernail. Her hand didn't look like that. Do you remember her hand? Her fingers were... they're dirty. They were dirty. So the one to the left has long fingernails. Trust me that the first version did not give Summer those fingernails. No way. No way. There's no way. And then she went from these two hands are totally different. The fingers are different. That's what we talked about, is that, oh, we thought that maybe, see that finger? These fingers? They're trying to show us that these match. No fucking way. Wait. Whoops. Wait, let me grab it again. I'm going to crop it so it will fit. These are supposed to be the same hands. These are different fingers. They're different situations. And the fingers, the other fingers are different. They're different. This situation is totally, completely different than her very first video. Yes, other hand, completely wrong. Look at it. It's fake. And look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail here is an adult thumbnail. This is from the original video. And what they're showing here is supposed to be the same video. Thank you guys. I'm watching your words. Thank you. And they're totally different. The one to the left. Ooh. What'd you guys get? Take him. Look at the behind her head and look at the milk jug. And then look at the video, the back of the car on the right-hand side. I pointed this out before, and I'm telling you, behind her head is her maroon box. This is the maroon box. Do you see how that arm, that little arm or whatever, is between the box and whatever this is, the fake car seat? This piece of wood or arm is between this and this. This is a maroon. This is a plexiglass box with the maroon trim. That was not there before. That is Summer Moon Wells's plexiglass box with the maroon trim. To the left, it's gone. Thank you guys. To the left, it's totally gone. There is no maroon trim box. There's no car. There's no car seat. Interestingly enough, this video has a very quick snippet of Candace standing Let me see if I have the picture. Standing in her kitchen. Let me get standing in her kitchen. And Candace knows the story, you guys. That's just what I know. I do see and believe and feel full-heartedly that she knows the story. This quick little photo. See, look at that. Look at this photo. This one of the back seat of the car. Whoop. Look at that. This little photo, it shows that she's supposed to be in the kitchen, right? Let's see if I could find one. And it quickly shows information to me that helps tell Summer Moon Wells' story, right? Let me try to find it. Wait, I want to get you a full photo. I guess I could get it from the video. Wait. Come on. Oh. Got it. All right, let me brighten this up. This picture here was in the video. When I see this, I see the door frame. I see elements inside the door frame. And I see Summer Moon's trophies right here. And as I get closer into this picture, this is what I'm telling you I see. That she is like curled up in this thing. And I see her inside the wall of the house. Like I see wood planks around her. I see wood pieces around Summer. This part of the house was very important part of Summer Moon Wells' story. This part of the door frame. And inside that door frame, I see her trophies. See, this is what shows itself to me. And it really does tell me and Candace knows the story. And there is something so much about the house and the trailer, and the Wells property that has a piece of her. And that's important. That's a very important part of Summer Moon Wells getting justice, is for that part to be acknowledged. You know, that Summer Moon Wells has something to do with Beach Creek, has something to do with Hawkins County. You know, when Summer went missing, one of the very, very first pictures that I saved was her in the water, at the water hole. And behind her in the water hole, what was following her, what I saw, were these sticks and like a dragon head. And this dragon head is what I see right here in front of the house. Like, I see it again. So you may not see a dragon head, but when I see something that brings me back, it completes the story for Summer. This was a dragon head. And the piece that I see behind it, to me, represents how they showed Summer at her very last vigil. They had her, see if I have it in this presentation. They have her, wait, yep, I do. They have her looking like this. It's the maroon, the green, the white. And spiritually, this is what I see them doing. And that the people that really popped up right in the beginning showed a lot of this. This guy was the very, very first person on the scene. Now, has nothing to do with him, right? I'm telling you a story. And what I see is these are people underground. Let the story be told of what goes on. There are gatekeepers, there are key keepers, but what was found with Summer was discussed and told that part of the story the very first day that this guy showed up at the water park. Now to the left is Aaron Carter's tattoo. You're like, why is that here? I don't know why yet. I've held on to it. I feel like this tattoo is important. I feel like it shows a very important piece of the equipment. I feel like the tattoo has something to do with summer. That's what I know. That guy showed up here at the water. This is where I showed you the shoes. I showed you the V. I showed you what he showed were the elements. And I saved the photos that reminded me of the children, reminded me of the cleanup, reminded me of someone cleaning up. And for some reason, I've always pulled these things together. Like, I feel like these kids go through the sacrifice and they get pulled in these things. And when that guy cleaned up at the water hole, I felt like he was cleaning up the vigil. I feel like he was cleaning up her story. And it really stuck out, really stuck out to me looking at this. I kept it. You guys, I kept this for over 3 years. That thing. It reminds me of the sacrifices. It makes me feel as if these kids get pulled in these things. See? Like, taken away in these things. I can't help what I see and hear, you know. There's Twisted Tea in there, mobile dropper, a pay thing, a Monster drink. But I see something the same. And this is all from his video, and I always go back to him because when I look at the rims and I look at these maroon pieces that he showed, I think of the car ride. I think of the trim of the fake car. I think of the number 5 box. I think of the maroon trim of the plexiglass. These triangle huts seem to be very familiar. Just like that. But this was all in the video. This was all in his video that I kept. I kept this. And I think it has to do with Summer's disappearance. I think it has to do with telling her story. Because the people that are telling the story beneath the deep fake, to me, I see it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's there, but I feel as if they're always trying to tell these children's stories. And they leave these little clues that tell the story. I don't know who's supposed to find these clues, but it sure helps me tell you guys a story. To me, this is the story of Summer Moon Wells. I don't see a difference between that or what Summer is laying in. I say she's laying in this in the car. In the fake car. Let me turn it. Let's see. Turn this. So basically what I see is Summer Moon something like that. I don't know why, I just do. I literally just do. And it's never been a car. It's always a fake car. This stuff is underground. Never been a milk jug. Never, ever been a milk jug. You might as well call this the milk jug. Never was a milk jug. So when I saw that frickin' report or whatever come out, I was like, okay, what is happening? See, let me brighten up. Let me just brighten up that picture all the way to the end. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Let me brighten this up. So this here right here, you brighten that up in that plastic bag and you have this. Right? This to me is like a photo of Summer, like a wait, let me crop this in. Okay, cropped it a little. This. So that to me tells me basically the same kind of story as Candace. Because they're all to me represent summer moon. I get that same sensation. I get that same feeling. You know, I run on feelings and my intuition. And to me, they're telling the end of Summer Moon Wells' story. That these are the same things. You know, the more I look at it, the more I see. That's what happens. The more I sit and stare at it, the more that comes out. So, again, I'm sitting here talking about summer, and it's not about Ryan. It's not about Ryan. It's about summer. The information I just showed you is so very important. It all ties with these stories. It ties with Madeline McCain. Her mom's eye that looks like that. That's right on the videos, you guys. These children are all the same. They have the same story. They share the same information. It isn't being talked about on a big platform. The V's, the smallest of the smallest bits of information that show this person in the black and white has no eye. That's Madeline McCain. That's Summer Moon Wells. There's no difference between the two. This was on national TV. Look at this. Look at this. The more I show you, the more you're going to see it. I see it all the time in the videos. There is no difference between what they're showing here and what they're showing on her eye right here. It's always on the eye, and it's always a V. You have to look for it. You have to look for it. I follow these families that show these births. And I follow the common elements that help me tell you the story. They're always underneath these plexiglasses. You see? With the trim. It's always looking up at you. They're always looking down at it. It hasn't stopped. It doesn't stop. You guys, they're videotaping things and they're showing it throughout the deep, dark web. Whenever you see videos, yes, I get stuff on Sebastian. Whenever you see videos like this, question, who's videotaping that? From underneath. This guy here to the right has shown up in Candace's friends years and years and years ago. I have a picture. But his videos are doing shit that's like underground. With the same equipment as you see here. That's Benny with the fake skin, and that's the red-headed dude with the machine connected to his neck. When you go back and you look through the Idaho 4, this is from Inside Edition. Inside Edition shows this information that is critical. They are showing his face in the equipment that I've been showing you for over 3 years. Like, who is he? He is in the building, on top of the building, deepfaked under there. But whatever is on him and in the house is the as far as Idaho 4 is the Summer Moon Wells case. Why would this shit be in the Idaho 4 house that was just torn down? That is in the house. That's the equipment. That's the number 5 that goes on the body. And that's the head with the equipment. That's the number 5 I just showed you on Summer. There's the hands. And there's his face. There's something wrong with this picture. But this is the equipment. See that little white thing all the way to the right? That's what I showed you was in Summer's hand. That's what I showed you in Summer's hand. This thing. That. So, Inside Edition had this man coming out of the Idaho 4 roof. This is the equipment in motion. The Idaho 4 is nothing more than a Summer Moon Wells story. I am still not clear how we could show this and nobody gives a shit. This is a human without a head. What about this? The night of the Idaho 4 killings is okay. What about this is okay? A headless person. A headless person. Oh yeah, I brightened it. Here, this is, I can even brighten this more. You brighten it. Yes, here. Idaho 4. This is supposedly the food truck. And this is what is shown. So if you look closely, there's the V around the neck, right? That is the same V that I'm showing you in the Madeleine McCann. These are V's. They're the same. These little guys, these guys show this shit on their fingers. Like throughout these videos of the Idaho 4, they show you the information. It's there. Let me show you his finger. This is it's just an element. Right there. And then all the way in the corner is the exact letters found right here. This bloody bit of information in the smallest of the smallest corner probably could solve the case. The Delphi case had this same shit in it. It's an A, it's an F. These are elements, you guys. These are elements. Let me take down the brightness and show you that these are elements to all of the cases, including Summer. Right here. Right in the corner. Those are. You guys, they're in the videos. All they have to do is look. Right there. Is that the same one? Oh, interesting. That same thing is hanging on him. And that's showing it's underground. That's showing that it's under the housing. Between the two houses, it's under the piping right there. It's showing me that there's something under the ground there. Right there. Between those houses over at the Idaho 4. And the person all the way to the left has the same lettering on his back as I just showed you. Let me brighten it up. I can only brighten it up a little. So these are all bits of information in the Idaho 4 case that's critical. If you take what they're showing all the way down in the corner and I open it up, if I open this up real wide, it's the number 5s. What's on the bottom? Right here. It's right there. And this is right outside the apartment complex where the Idaho 4 were found. To me, they should have followed some of this stuff. Because these number 5s, I always see them in construction, underground. I see them being placed inside these construction things. And the same thing was found in the buses, the bus on the Wells property. The Wells property showed the information so clearly, you guys. It had all of this in the bus. It had the boxes, it had the 5s, it had the machinery. This is the Wells property. The bus that was in Cracking Cases video showed the boxes in the windows. And throughout the video, it changed. It didn't stay consistent. Didn't stay consistent. All the elements that I have shown you here tonight, I'm going to start wrapping it up, can be found in each and every one of the cases that we follow. This right here was a critical one that I showed you tonight. Right on either side of Ethan from the Idaho 4 are critical bits of information that are constant elements. They don't change. Elements have stayed the same since day number 1. Day number 1, the elements were shown to me. This red fingernail is right there on the side of Ethan. On the other side of Ethan is what I showed you is part of Summer Moon. It's the little heart and the white, which is right there. It's not like I'm showing you a fingernail that's hot pink. It's always the red. And it's always a heart on the white. Ethan is surrounded by these elements. If you were to take each one of these pictures and blow up either side of him, you will see his sacrifice. Ethan was sacrificed. They videotaped it, and then they placed Deepfake over it. This is Ethan being sacrificed. just like I just showed you Summer in her fake car being sacrificed. These people place deepfake over the truth, and the truth gets shown on the deep dark web. This is Ethan. As this is Ethan. These are real, you guys. These are the pictures that are on either side of Ethan. See that V on his neck? Do you see that, you guys? They're showing his sacrifice. That is him right here. The V on the neck is constant. They're showing Ethan's sacrifice. He's got the thing in his ear. He's being murdered. Again, I'm only telling you a story. This is all allegedly. It's entertainment and educational. I don't know what this shit is, but they have this stuff on their necks, and this is what this is. I don't know. I don't get this. I have to be honest, I don't. But this is equipment. And this is Ethan being sacrificed. And what you see, those shadows behind him are the other sacrifices. Those are shadows of people. But this is Ethan's sacrifice. I do seriously understand that, when I mention these families, again, it's never about them. But I can't explain to you how I see Kylie Rodney's and Gabby Petito underground here. And these girls to me represent the Gabby Petitos and the Kylie Rodneys. And that's all I see here. And I'm going to just show it over and over because I know somewhere it brings them justice. But I see pain. I see the same white face to the left and bruised eyes, and then the smiley face is right in the middle. And these are dungeon-like places where they have these horrific sacrifices. And this is down underground. You cannot get to these places. You cannot get to these places. Let me contrast it a little so you can see that these are tables with the number 5s on the bottom. These are rooms. This here is again from the Wells property, and in their videos they show Summer's box. They show these boxes, you guys, throughout Cracking Cases videos of Summer Moon's property, and this is why I put this in here. They just show them. And when I see newborns and babies being birthed in these videos, I see horror. Not to say it's not about them, you guys. They're just giving birth, but it just reminds me that there are embryos, there are little babies, there are premature babies, there are all kinds that are being sacrificed together with these babies. They're just together, and it's people upon people upon people. I wish I didn't see it, but I do, and it's all ages are together. Like it's little ones with big ones with little ones, and I see a child in here with a mom. I see a little baby, and they're covered in stuff, and I have nothing to say because it's just too horrific. Like I see a child in there with right there. That's a child. And to me, this is exactly what Madeleine McCann went through. What Summer Moon Wells went through. And it's not being talked about, and it's happening on a huge scale. On a huge scale. These are our babies. And whatever they're doing, they're doing. And these children are called got gone, get gone children. They're in heaven wanting justice. That's all I know. You guys, I'm calling it a night. I am very pleased that I got through 2 of these. I have 1 more. I'm not doing it tonight. Thank you all for your patience, for coming back in. Thank you for joining. Please put your thumbs up on your way out and subscribe. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you guys all in chat. You guys were amazing and wonderful like always. I sit here and I read, and I also read your emails. So may justice come real soon to our Summer Moon Wells children. Thank you all. Thank you, Muffin Top. Thank you all. God bless you all. And talk to you all real soon. Good night, guys.